Are you an Aquarius?
I've only been posting.
You're
like,
a Taurus. That's right. You told me that.
Like if right?
Yeah,
if
I can't post the whole video.
If she feels like
I told a story about
terrible.
when I sent a picture to this kid in high school and he sent it to the whole school.
You talk about.
I did.
Good.
I did.
What do you send?
Reality.
That happened. You know what happened to me once when I was
It was just my
in.
boobs.
I was
But I
in
had them
college.
covered with
Yes.
spiders. And he thought it was
You had it covered with
I thought it was
spiders.
hysterical. I did it on Photoshop. I thought it was so funny and he didn't think it was that funny. I mean, the girls didn't think it was that funny.
Haters.
Yeah, they were mean. They were really mean about it, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was in college, I sent all the boys I was talking to, like I was away at school.
Yeah.
And I sent them, and this was back when like we didn't have like, it was still like pressing numbers to text.
Yeah.
So I sent
little
it and I
phones.
just pressed everyone's name and it was a group message. I didn't know my phone could do that.
What did you say?
It was a nude, it was like a nude of my boobs. And it was like a group text. So it was just like,
I thought mine was bad.
so like
Mine
a
was
3 or 4
mine
different
was an
guys that
email.
kind of
We
knew
didn't
each
have cell
other.
phones back then.
Wait, I don't remember being able to do group messages back then.
So like you could text
That's probably why she did
I
it
didn't
by
know that we could do that.
like on the Nokia.
So yes, a Nokia. It was a
Nokia.
Razor. It was the Razor flip phone. And yeah.
You know, I never had a razor.
What?
No,
it was
I had that.
I had a flip phone.
Okay,
with
do
a
you
little
remember
cord.
the Motorola? I had that one too. The Motorola one that was blue. The light was blue. It was gray. It had blue
Yeah, the
background.
square
and the
one,
light
snake.
the light would be so
Green.
blue. So I changed the case
Oh, I know what you're talking
to
about.
like a clear case. And I had to have the colorful antenna. So like when my phone would ring,
Oh,
I felt like
it-
I was like at a rave.
It would light up.
I'd be like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I had one of
That was
those too. I
pretty
had like every cell phone that ever. I was always like that. I
Yeah.
always wanted every cell phone that came out.
Yeah.
Wait.
And now I
Now I don't care. I'm like, whatever. I just want the camera.
Funny
What?
about cell phones.
You had one
Sorry,
with a
I didn't-
wire
Okay, so
in your car.
well, my boyfriend in college had one in his car, and that was like very unusual.
Oh, I know. My aunt did too, and I would be like talking.
My
to
aunt
her.
had one,
that
yeah.
was like
Yeah. Yep.
Meanwhile,
Mhm.
he never left his small town in the South. That's okay.
I still am fascinated.
Bless his heart.
Wait, hold on now. How come we don't have car phones now, like digital ones? Like, what if you forget your cell phone at home?
Some cars
This is
do.
a good idea.
Some cars
cars
have
do.
cellular. If your car has
No,
cellular,
but let's say, like, how did we used to have a pick-up phone
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
car back then with a number and everything?
It's so
and
huge.
now we don't have any. Like, you lose your phone, you're screwed. You can't call anybody from your phone in your car if you
Yeah.
don't have your phone in your car.
look
Yeah.
at your watch.
And your watch.
Yeah,
If
but
your
I
phone.
don't have that.
No.
I used to.
Yeah.
But think about it. I mean, maybe they should have a car phone. Like every car should come with like a built-in phone.
The new cars has cellular, and if your phone has all the contacts in it. Like my
Yeah.
Mini Cooper has all my
Well, I
contacts.
have that.
you have a
but
Mini
I'm
Cooper?
saying,
Yeah.
you still can't make a phone call unless you have your physical car.
If you have
I mean,
cellular,
your
if your
phone.
car has cellular,
Yeah.
you can make a call without your phone.
Get out. I'm gonna
Yes.
try it. I'm gonna go out there and try it.
But your cars
Wait.
have cellular.
I have cellular, I think.
How do I
just got
know?
this car
If you
around.
connect your phone, so like I feel like cellular is like an added on. Like so if you have Sirius satellite radio
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
I don't
Yeah,
have
you
that.
probably have it.
I'm gonna check that out.
My
Yeah.
Mazda
We're gonna test this.
CX-5, I don't think it has that.
My car has all my contacts.
I think it might
Yeah,
have
Allie's
that.
have it.
I have an
You have
Audi.
a- yeah, my parents have one.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just got this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait.
I liked my Lexus better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you have now?
I have an Audi.
An Audi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, SUV.
I have the Q7. But I mean, I've had all different Lexuses. I love them.
Yeah.
Because I
They're
like
bigger, right? Like they're
different,
bigger.
just different. I had a RX 350. I had an LX. No, GX or LX. Whatever's the not the best one.
Next.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Coming up, they're gonna give me a nice new. I had an IS 350 that I just got rid of. Loved that.
Okay.
It was so tiny though, I couldn't fit any of the kids in the
Is that
car.
like a sports? Why is that?
I like
I
the
don't
sports
know
car.
all the different.
I
names of
loved
the
that
sports
one.
car.
That was my
The Lexus
that was
or
one
the
of my
Audi?
favorites. The Lexus.
the
I
Lexus.
like the
Isn't
Audi.
Yeah.
I think the technology is better on the Audi, but I like the ride better in a Lexus for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if maybe it's like because it's bigger.
Oh, there's.
But I've had a Suburban. I loved my Suburban. I loved
You're so
loved it.
tiny.
I know, but I could drive a bigger car better than
Yeah.
a smaller one. I think.
My best friend, she's itsy bitsy teeny weeny, and she always gets the biggest car she can find.
I keep telling my husband, I need a bigger car. Like I need
Yeah.
to be up on the road.
Yes.
And I'm the biggest
In
person.
control.
In
Yeah.
control.
And I'm the
Because
biggest person
I'm
ever in a
small.
little tiny Mini Cooper.
Isn't it so
That's
funny?
I want that car though. Is it a convertible?
That was-
Did I already ask you that?
No, it's not convertible, but I
So-
have a double sunroof.
Yeah.
and one of them
What does that
opens.
mean, double cell?
Like I have a moon rose.
Oh,
so
moon
like
rose. Exactly.
moon rose.
So, okay, not to bring it back. Wait, can I?
Bring it back.
Can I bring it back? Okay.
Bring it back.
So, the cell phone. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was young. And by the way, when I studied abroad in Italy, they had cell phones in 1996, 97. They had cell phones before we did in the U.S. So anyway, I graduated college, got myself a phone, and my dad was like, that's the wrong phone. Let me get you the right one. So I go back to return it, whatever. I was really proud that I was like working. I got myself my own phone. Anyway, so he got me a phone. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it had the, the flip and the antenna, but it had a walkie-talkie.
Oh my God, a Nextel?
A walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
I loved that. I loved it because you could talk into it without calling someone. So I would be like, where are you? To my ex-boyfriend, I'd be like, why are you not answering my phone?
So I never really used it
Terrible.
Yeah.
until I met this guy, and he was like, "Oh, I have that too, the walkie-talkie
Right.
Nextel." And then
And then they
I'm out,
stopped
and
that.
he's like talking.
They did because
And then they
probably
stopped
because it was
it.
causing
Yeah.
problems. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely
It's
not
like-
want that now.
Isn't that weird?
It's a
I would-
little
I would-
weird. Yeah.
But all of a
cases
sudden,
with
he
that.
I
Yeah.
just miss
He was
like
there.
the button.
the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should have used it more, but not many people have the phone to do it with.
I loved
you have a
my
sidekick?
BlackBerry.
I love my
I
BlackBerry.
loved my BlackBerry.
I love my BlackBerry
I never
too.
had a sidekick.
My brother had a sidekick, so
But
I wasn't old enough
You
yet.
had to have T-Mobile, didn't
T-Mobile,
you? Yeah, we
yep.
didn't. We had Verizon, so
Yep.
I wasn't allowed. I was restricted.
My
from
brother
getting
had every kind of anything.
Yeah.
Like he had everything. He had a Nextel and a
Had it
sidekick.
all.
He had it
Yeah.
all. He had a Nextel with Verizon. Because Nextels were only Verizon for a while.
one. Okay.
No, Sprint.
No. Nextel was Sprint. 'Cause
Sprint.
That's
I know
why
that.
Yeah.
I switched to get that
Yeah.
from Verizon. I
Yeah.
screwed up because my plan would probably be like so cheap today if I was
Yeah.
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
And I switched, but everything kept going up and up. And
My
up,
parents
so.
are grandfathered into T-Mobile. They
Are
still
they?
have the same
So-
number they had for the past 30 years.
Wow.
Wait.
My grandparents and my mom.
Point. Before Vision, before it was like Pearl Vision or something like that.
Really?
Or Vision
Glasses?
1. Oh no, that
I'm
it
like,
was
wait,
glasses
how did
place.
we get
thinking of-
I
because
got
it was-
like, wait.
It was
I'm
next.
a little-
It was right next door to Pearl Vision.
Pearl Vision.
I'm
Yeah,
confused.
it was right next door to that. But it was like,
How
how
did
many
we get
put in
into
something else?
ophthalmology?
I have. Well,
Before
because
T-Mobile.
Speaking of eyeballs.
there's like a pink eye epidemic in Fairfield.
Where do you go to the
right
dentist?
now. So
Speaking of eyeballs,
gross.
now we got pink eye.
No, I have a topic.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I'm
You can
getting
edit
ready.
that out.
Are we
Oh, wait,
talking?
No, we're talking.
Are we live?
Yeah, we've been
Oh, I didn't know that.
We've been live.
I didn't know that. That's
Okay,
cute.
so wait. So since we're talking about all different cell phone plans and when we got cell phones,
How old were you when you had your first cell phone?
21.
Wow. Imagine going straight through high school without a phone.
1998.
That's when phones started getting like super like popular for
Yeah.
us.
You told me I'm not supposed to talk about
No,
my
we were-
age.
Oh, I don't care.
15, 16.
I got one.
I'm joking.
Yeah, come on over. We're gonna have a special guest. in
I had a
second.
prepaid one because no one wanted to buy me one. So when I was 14, 15, I went and got a prepaid one.
I got a beeper.
And
Oh, wait.
then
So I remember. What about pre-cell phone? Should we talk about? Well, like
I miss those.
The house phone?
I
Pre-cell
loved a
phone.
house.
I love
hold
the
on.
phone
Grab the phone.
cord.
It's right next to you.
what?
Grab it. Grab the whole thing.
oh shit.
I cut the wire off so that it. Let's see.
Oh, it doesn't have a wire.
It doesn't have a wire.
But it has a
was
sort
in
of a
the-
wire.
But like, think about. Okay, it's a little dusty now. Okay,
Yes.
everyone. Does anybody even remember how to use one of these?
Yes,
I
I
do.
do.
I bet the young
Yeah.
kids don't.
No.
Hey,
My kids would never. Hey,
LJ,
who's the
come here.
youngest?
Okay, we're gonna
Oh,
have
she has
Jess is
rings.
gonna, we're gonna have Jess dial a number. Pretend like you're calling someone, okay?
Can you do it? Okay. Well, pick up the thing first. Pick
yeah,
up
you
the
have to pick it up
receiver.
first. Yes. You
And
can sit next to me. Sit
and
next
if
to me.
this was your house, you would have to stretch the cord all the way down to your bedroom to make a private
Yes.
call.
Okay.
Yes.
From the kitchen phone.
I
Yes.
used to, my grandma still has one of these in her basement.
Love that.
Is it live?
Love that.
Yeah.
Does it work?
That's
No,
amazing.
no, this is not
Yeah.
live. We're
I'm
live.
saying the grandma's phone.
My grandma's
Yeah.
phone is live. I'm gonna go play with it
She's
later.
confused.
So,
I'm a
So
little.
you stick your finger
Oh,
in,
yeah.
and you go like that.
other way.
You gotta spin it.
Oh yeah, that way.
Right?
And then 203.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is how long. It used to.
Isn't that
And
crazy?
then yeah.
Talk about instant
Yeah.
gratification now. If you think about it, all we have to do is say,
Wait.
I'm not saying it because I don't want it to call, but I'll tell my phone to call somebody. Calls in like 20 seconds.
And you could dial 0
for the operator.
Collect call.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
And having to call like 411 to get like a number.
Or you press 0. Hey, Mom, come pick me up.
411.
Say your name. Mom, come pick me up. I'm done with soccer practice.
Here, you can plop that back over there.
We were talking. Well, we were talking about beepers the other day.
I have.
My brother had a beeper. I didn't have one.
I got it at the mall. Remember when the mall was fun?
Remember the beepers came in all the colors, like teal?
I had teal.
Yeah.
I loved it because again, when it lit up, I loved the way that it looked.
I just remember calling my friend from the payphone on his beeper
yeah.
and like giving the payphone number so he could call me back and waiting at the payphone.
I used to have to do that. Yeah.
If I was at,
she
like,
was
the
imagine like we did it.
Yeah.
We did it. That's how we
did
lived.
it.
I think it was more exciting back then.
When I was at
I feel
away
like
games, if my
life was
parents
way
didn't
more
come,
exciting.
I'd have to use a
I
payphone.
agree. What about
Interesting.
Maps?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Like,
What was it
I
called?
don't know. And
MapQuest?
MapQuest. Yeah.
but I feel like I got around better and I remembered where I was going better back in the day.
Same.
Now I don't pay attention. So I just
I
listen.
do.
It goes this, that. Now
pay
I'm like,
attention?
oh, I gotta go where?
I used to know exactly where I was going.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Now it's like
I can drive
Literally.
from here to Atlanta with no direction. So if
Wow.
I can go anywhere
That's
once,
because
I
you're
remember it.
psychic. So you
It
can
could
figure
be.
out where you're going. You
Maybe
know
that's
what I
up
mean?
there.
See?
I have good memory too.
She's got that the map in her
Virgo
brain.
and Mercury.
See?
Memory.
Wait, is that like photographic memory? No.
It could be probably, and I remember better
guess
like if
better
I drive
photo.
at night. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I can
don't
remember
know
better
why.
driving at night.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Maybe because there's so much stuff going on during
Yeah.
the day that it's distracting to
Yeah,
us.
and I'm
could be.
super sensitive to light. Like I don't like too bright light.
But so then how do you drive at night good?
With
You
all
have
that
I drive
astigmatism?
really good. I drive better at night.
So I have a
Oh, my
problem
goodness.
seeing like
I
the
wish.
lights better because I have an astigmatism. I have like
So
the
does
contacts
my-
for the correction, but
yeah.
it's I don't know. I guess sometimes the day like when like the sunlight hits a white car
Yeah.
when you're driving, you're like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
I can't
Yep.
see at night to
No,
drive.
it's annoying.
terrible.
Yeah.
I love it.
Literally.
I prefer it. If I'm going on a road trip, I'm leaving at night. I'm not leaving in the morning.
Well, yeah, because then you can drive however you want.
Fast. Yeah.
You know what else
I go like
is
that.
fun about the
Like
night
up against the window trying to see it.
nightlife?
My
Now,
favorite topic.
we're gonna talk about how different nightlife
like now that I got my
is now
margarita.
compared to how it was. I try to tell all the kids. Try to tell the kids these
Coffee
days
these days, LaFleur.
how much fun it
Gavali.
is. I got my little margarita from Bodega.
Cheers.
You want one? Are you good to have one? Oh, you got one.
Yeah.
I have
Coffee.
Earl Grey
Do you
tea.
want we gotta
Wait,
we
just
gotta
coconut
have
milk.
margarita.
I'm fasting.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm 1 week strong.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
very strong.
Meaning, okay, we
know.
No
need to get into that
alcohol.
too.
No weed. No nothing.
All right, now let's
No
ask,
alcohol,
let's ask,
no
we're gonna
coffee,
ask
no
the
sugar.
elder the
No
questions
alcohol for
about the
22
nightclubs
years.
from back
no
in
drugs,
the day.
no alcohol. 22 years
22
sober.
years.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
She's like, that's a lot.
it is.
It's the best.
I
Yeah.
went 3 months.
3 months is good.
Well, no, I've gone longer because I have kids. So
Yeah.
when
The
I'm
pregnant-
pregnant, I'm approved.
and maybe when you're breastfeeding.
No,
I
like
wasn't
with all
like that.
with all
Pump
the
and dump.
boys. I drank
didn't
wine
do
when I was
that.
pregnant with Stella, and that didn't get
Yeah,
me anywhere good.
No, she's so sweet.
No, I'm saying I don't. You know,
Oh.
with the boob thing.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Ooh, Jesus.
Sam.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Did I
kidding.
do that?
It's fine. All right. No, let's get back on.
Sorry.
I want to talk about nightlife and hear how different it was back in your day, and then back when we were younger. Way back.
Way back. Way back. Okay, so we're talking.
So describe how nightlife was in the city. Like, what did you like? What did you do? You had to get dressed up, right?
Oh,
You
yes.
had to get dressed up to go out. You couldn't like. You couldn't
in your
go in
yoga
with
outfit?
girls.
No,
weren't
you
allowed
could
to wear
not.
jeans to the
No.
nightclub, right?
No. No. Every time you went out, you know, if you were going to a good club anywhere,
Yeah.
you had to get dressed.
Yep.
And so every weekend or every Thursday, whatever it was, I would go out
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah, me too.
Thursday through Sunday.
Same. Sorry.
You know, rolling to work. But anyway, so
Same.
on Monday.
I went through that. Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it happened.
Yeah.
I feel like kids can't do it today, though.
They can't hang.
They can't
They don't
hang.
even get up
They
for
can't
school.
hang. They can't handle it.
I grew up in New York. I was going out in New York
Yeah.
too when it was like 4 o'clock in the morning,
too.
5 o'clock in the morning.
And then
Uh-huh.
the after party after.
I would
An after
go
party.
out in Connecticut,
After
drive
4.
to
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
and then leave New York to come home to
back
get to
here.
work on a Saturday at 8 a.m. And I'd be like half asleep the whole day, but I still
But
made
you
it
did
through.
it.
I'd have to
Exactly.
go to work at the daycare at 7:30
Oh,
in the morning.
Imagine
And
that.
I'm chasing the sunrise.
No.
I'm chasing the sunrise.
No,
It was my internship while I was in college.
Kids like to sleep in, thank
That's
God.
insane.
Yeah.
So every night, so I worked in the fashion industry, and I loved fashion.
But see, but that's fun. I feel like
so
fashion and nightlife go out
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Went out. So every night was like you had to give a certain look.
You had to be given.
Absolutely.
You had to be given.
You had to
We
be
know
given.
about this.
You had to
Of
serve.
course. You
Yeah.
had to be giving.
We
So
still try and serve
Yeah.
in different ways.
you have to like. We had to give a look. And,
Exactly.
I mean, not
I
everybody.
can't even speak. I said exactly.
Exactly. So it was so fun because it was like an event. So I had lived in this teeny tiny little apartment. But anyway, the bathroom was like this small, and I would be getting dressed and having a drink, and the music
And what
on
time would you go out?
the music on my boombox. I just
The
want to say
boombox.
that. Little Mary J on my boombox.
Oh.
Yes, Mary J. Not in the dancery.
And what time did I go out?
Like for me, I didn't go out until like 11:30.
Yeah,
that would be early.
That would be
sometimes.
early.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, only the weirdos start.
We're
going
getting
out
ready
earlier
at
than
like
that.
9:30. Like getting
Yeah.
ready and making it a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
I would literally
doing
put
makeup.
full extensions in
What
my
are we doing?
Making
Oh,
it a
so what is our
thing.
hair
It's
looking
the
like?
pre-party. It's a
Even
thing.
shopping
Yeah,
together,
so
like
fun.
we used
Yes.
to shop together. Like what are you wearing?
Yep. We'll be at work.
Yeah.
What time are you getting out? Okay, you want to go? We're gonna go shopping after this. Then we go shopping,
Yeah.
get the outfits,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I would even, and if it was winter, I was in somebody's tan bed. I would go to the gym that day
Yes,
because I always served it up. Like I always served it
Absolutely.
up, and none of us
I was always
were
Were you?
all the same
I was
size,
always
so we
going
always
tan
had to
size.
buy new gear. So
Yeah.
we couldn't share clothes.
No.
I was always really, really tall.
But I feel like
My
it's
friends
easier to buy
always
clothes
really
back
big
then.
booty.
everything's so expensive now.
Yeah, but we didn't have everything's so
Well-
cheap. For that age, though, think about like if you're in college,
We didn't
right?
have fast fashion.
I was
No.
gonna say we were
No.
partying at like 18,
Yeah.
19,
Yeah.
right? If I was 18 now, I'd be on Shein, Fashion
Totally.
Nova. We didn't have that.
No,
All of that.
We
no.
had cheap, stupid stuff.
Like Joyce Leslie and the Rave, and
the Rave.
What's
Jay
that?
Silver.
What the heck?
Are those like mall shops?
Those
Or
are like little.
Wet Steel, but that used to be
Wet
Contempo.
Steel.
Remember when it was
Contempo.
Contempo first, and then
There
it
was
was
something
Wet
with
Steel.
a 2.
I forgot.
Limited two.
Limited two. Oh yeah, it was
My
like the
mom,
younger,
my
cuter.
mom wouldn't let
That
me
was
shop there.
middle
She said it was
school.
too expensive, but she would buy me the body splash and the body glitter.
That was
From Limited two. They
From
had
Limited
body,
two.
body glitter.
That was middle school
It was so
though.
much fun.
We had
though.
like in 18. When we were 18, we had Forever 21.
I worked at Forever 21.
Yeah.
I thought I was so cool when I worked at Forever 21 because
cool.
I wanted to wear that lanyard with the
yellow
saying that I worked
lanyard.
at.
With the
Yes,
car.
yes. And the mall was popping back in the day, so I'd be like,
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
get something to eat.
I
And I'd be
worked
like,
at
I'm on my
the
lunch
store.
break. Yeah, like I thought I was so cool.
Yeah.
But they only gave us 10% off, so then
No,
I was
I
like,
went to the
Smart.
sneaker stores. I always had my Jordans 2
Smart.
days before it came
Ooh,
out.
Yeah.
so smart.
30% off discount.
Yeah.
Finish line, champs.
Yep.
So I was really into vintage shopping.
Oh,
City
I
Girl.
like vintage shopping now though. Look around you.
Yeah.
The whole entire
Totally.
salon is vintage.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Vintage
This
is
couch.
amazing.
Were you vintage when
Yeah.
you were like 18, 20, 19, 20 areas? Or like when did,
I was-
because I feel like I'm into vintage now, but I don't think when I was like 21 partying out, I was into vintage.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it unfolded. I got into vintage. Oh God, now we're gonna go back to high school for a second.
Okay.
Taking it
I
back.
got into vintage in high school. I grew up on Long Island. I would go with my friend Amy. She's a little bit older than me, and we would take the train to the city. I forget the names of the stores, but they were like the really popular vintage, and they had huge jeans departments.
Yeah.
And so the big thing, which now came back, like I don't know,
Jeans are
10
so
years ago,
different now.
was ripped jeans, but they were like actually ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we would go in and buy these old Levi's, and then the trend was also vests. Like
The vest. Oh
with
my
your Doc
God.
Martens.
Yeah.
Yes. All
I
the best.
It's all come
I
back.
was a
They're all
vest
back.
girl at one point. I wore vests. all
I
the
wore
time.
vests.
My first pair of school shoes, I remember I had 2 pairs.
Wish I kept those Doc
I
Martens.
had the black and white ones because I went to Catholic
Me
school.
too.
So I had the
Where
black
did
and
you
white
go?
ones.
Oh.
St. Anne's in Westchester though.
Oh my goodness, I went to
Yeah.
Assumption.
Black
Yeah.
and white, what, Doc Martens? They come in
No,
black
the
and
little
white?
black and white shoes that for girls, and then I had a
Mary
pair
I
of
know
Jane.
exactly
Yes,
what
Mary
you're
Jane.
talking
and then I had some
about.
black Doc Martens that were like tie up like a schoolgirl Doc Martens.
Yeah.
And then when they came back out, they came back with the boots are in.
You know what? We are so similar, and now I just find out that we both went to Catholic schools. Like now,
Since
we're,
I was 4. And you know what's
Wow.
something funny? My
crazy.
son, he
I think
started the
this
same way
plant
I
is
did.
leaving here.
Same Catholic
Should we
school,
tell
different
it?
town. It's crazy.
Wait, what? Same town? You guys
So
grew up in
like,
the same town?
no, I grew up in Westchester.
Oh,
It's
same
not-
name,
same
different
name, different
town.
town, different state. My
Yes.
son is in Catholic school, and he's like same kind of school.
Yep.
Just a different state, and
Yep.
it's just like
Got it. So how was Catholic school, Gabby?
How was what?
bringing you back.
Catholic
Did you
school?
roll
How
up
was
your
Catholic
skirt?
school?
Did you roll up your skirt to make it short?
I was like a really good girl when I was younger, and
Oh, I love that.
I was always like a little bit of a rebel because, like, I mean, I would literally make my own talk show. I have videos of that still. to
Let's
this
get
day.
I saw
those.
it.
Let's get
With
those
wigs,
out.
and I would wear wigs.
The
and I would-
camcorder.
Oh my god! I was like, I made this video called "Gabs of Steel" once, where I would like
Gabs
wear
of
my
Steel.
underwear over my.
Oh wait, over your. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
I was like,
abs of
why do they
steel?
wear their underwear
Like
over?
in Jane
like
Fonda?
It was abs of steel, but gabs of steel.
Gabs of steel.
And that's
Okay.
like the fitness days when they had the leotard
Yes.
above the hip.
Yeah,
bone.
so like I didn't know why they did it, but I was like, this is funny,
Totally.
I'm gonna do it. But like, okay, so I was like, I was always like,
or aerobics, whatever.
I was an altar server. I was a very holy Catholic little girl. I was against cigarettes. I was against drinking. I was against swearing at one point, even though I would swear on the playground because I thought it was
Just
cool.
because,
But
right.
like, I was like
course.
really, I was a really good kid. As soon as I went to high school, it was like all over from there. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go to hell if I do this or that, and like I just started testing out the waters, and then
Which is important.
Yeah.
Which is important. That
and
wake
I'm
up call,
so
like, oh,
happy.
if you
Hell
can
is-
handle it.
I'm
right.
happy that I did everything when I did because I see people going through what I went through literally 20 years ago.
I was a
that,
late
that
bloomer.
I'm already over that. I feel like I'm like, I know that
So-
you think like, your age is old. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on your
You're-
level in a lot of ways because of the
Totally.
things that I've been through and the things that
You-
I've done.
Or totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you own 2 businesses. You have.
But just mentally,
Children.
like having
But you're
kids so
young,
young,
you know,
or,
like,
like
you
the
have your kids
experiences
so
that,
young. Yeah. You've had a lot of life experience.
Yeah, that could be a whole nother episode. No, only one marriage.
Oh, only
thank
one.
God.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
but
I
you
didn't
know,
think it was 2. I don't know.
you know what? A lot of people think that, but I'm glad I didn't get married any more than just once, because then I'd probably be paying a lot more than I am now. So anyway, but yeah, no, Catholic school was interesting. I grew up in. I was thinking about this today. I had 22 kids in my graduating class of 8th grade. I'm like in my son's school today, and I was like, "Geez, Louise, there's so many damn kids
so
in
many
here."
kids.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I went to alternative high school. My graduating class was 56. I went to an IT high school.
Okay,
What's
that's
an IT high
awesome.
school? What does that mean?
Like information technology, like technology high school. Yeah.
Yes. I love that. I think
Yeah.
people should do more
It was
of that.
I wish
was
that
a
they
new
had one in
school.
Fairfield.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It was a new school when it happened.
that.
Like I had to get accepted in.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What
And
did
this
you
was
do?
in
What did you
Westchester?
This is in Stanford.
Oh, in
AIT,
Stanford.
Academy of Information Technology and Engineering.
So what was
So
your
like,
That's
instead
so
of art
neat.
class, we studied digital art. We studied Photoshop.
yeah.
Instead
So
of
cool.
music class, it was digital music production. So
I
now
love
you
that.
hear
Yeah.
a lot of like all your music is digitized. So
Digitized.
everything's done on the synthesizer.
Wow.
But
Totally.
before we were
Yeah.
able to make our own beats and do all of our stuff, we had to learn music composition,
Yep.
the classical stuff. We had to learn how to read piano. And
That's
then like
awesome.
our electives wasn't like, it was like AutoCAD, Oracle, like things that like you had to learn how to do storage in the computers.
Yeah.
Like it just set you up
Right.
for the world we're in now.
Well, we should be doing
Yes.
more of that.
That's amazing.
And not just using the like. Now think about this: when the iPads and those things stop working, nobody knows how to function.
We had
Everybody's like, "What? The Wi-Fi's not working."
when I was 16,
It's like everything stops.
yeah. What
when
do
I
I
was
do?
16, this was back in 2008. 2004.
Yeah.
Wait.
When I was 16,
Okay.
we had laptops already. A lot of people didn't have laptops. We had the laptops that would the screen would turn
Wow.
around and we would write on them.
I had that
Take
big.
notes like
I had
that.
that big
Oh,
computer.
you had the.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God,
big back.
totally.
The
The gateway,
The
the Dell.
Yeah,
we had
the
a
big
gateway.
Acer. I had an Acer.
I didn't have an Acer. We had a
I
gateway.
loved it.
I don't
We had a
remember.
gateway, then Dell.
I think we had a Dell. I think
Yeah.
I worked
and
on
the big,
Dell.
and then we would leave our IM. Remember AIM?
AIM. Which
AIM.
Do you want to know what my name was?
American Instant Messenger. AOL Instant Messenger.
AOL Instant Messenger.
I don't
Do you
remember.
Mine was BPT Chica Forever.
I don't think
I had
But like capital B.
Oh, mine was.
lowercase.
I never did it.
You
What do you
and
mean?
chat rooms, though.
AIM. I did
Yes.
chat rooms too. I was probably talking to like sexual predators.
I
I was just
was.
like ASL.
When I was
I
living-
thought it was funny. I don't know.
When I was
And it was
living
so
in Westchester, I would go to the public library, and I was 11 years old because I moved to Stanford when I was 12. So
Yeah.
I was in Catholic school. I would come out of school, go into these dirty chat rooms, and they had chat rooms, and like you would log on. And
What
you
were
had-
these chat rooms?
Oh, it was terrible. Like me and my girls would log on, like look at this guy that's talking to me.
Yeah, but we didn't know what
It
the
was
hell we were
crazy.
doing.
It was
back then.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Totally.
It was
How
entertaining.
did you get? I can't remember how you would get on them. Like I guess you.
You had to log in. You
had
had
to
to
log
lie.
in.
I mean, I had to lie about my age
Right,
and
yeah.
stuff.
But how do we know
Everybody
what
knows
to
how to do
log
that.
into? Like we write it in the newspaper. I mean, I feel
No,
like
AOL had the
AOL
chat. You
had
could
the
just
chat.
go on the group
AOL
chats.
had them, but there was websites. I feel like or something.
There was a
that
lot
you-
of web. Remember
right?
those? That was yeah.
The dark, like the
Remember
dark rooms, MySpace.
dark
dark
rooms, the dark web.
You knew you were on my
The dark
shit list
webs.
if you like were bunked from my top 8. I would bunk it to a top
on
4.
what? What?
MySpace.
On MySpace.
MySpace taught everybody how to be graphic
Go get hot
coders.
dogs.
I wasn't on
mean,
MySpace.
I'll take
like
a hot dog.
coders.
Like
I
what?
haven't had a
Like
hot dog in,
MySpace was
10
all
months.
coding.
Oh, coding,
So you didn't
yeah.
have your
'Cause
own
it was-
space. You had to like know how to
You
do
had to
codes.
do your whole
if you wanted to
profile.
if you wanted to add music, a background.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
They're going to get hot dogs and they're going to come back.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
Where are you getting?
Do
Where
you
are they
want a
getting
hot
hot
dog?
dogs from?
They're going to Raleigh's.
I don't know.
You want a hot dog?
I haven't eaten all week, girl.
I have.
Stop.
Oh damn!
Oh, okay.
Where's
So
my phone?
wait. So
I grabbed the couch.
let's discuss your kind of fasting. Your fasting.
Yes, this is like a.
Is it a cleanse?
Yes,
Okay.
but everything. It's more mind, body, spirit.
Oh, right. We were talking about no alcohol.
No alcohol. So me and my sister created it. We call it the ultraviolet cleanse. Ultraviolet is the highest frequency, so we call it the ultraviolet violet cleanse.
Violent cleanse.
Not violent. We're trying to get rid of
It
that.
could probably
Ultraviolet
become,
cleanse.
We
It
could
could become
UV
violent.
cleanse.
Do you have a
when you're
website?
cleansing your
No.
colon.
No. Okay.
We just
I was
created
wondering,
this.
like, to.
We just created this. We named it. We're doing it from the new moon that was on Ramadan actually. So March 10th
What the- oh.
until April 8th, which is the next new moon, which is a crazy eclipse, right? So it's like no alcohol, no coffee.
Okay.
Anything that we feel like that we do daily that we're attached to. And that also has like been kind of fucking us up. Like our adrenals are shot. Like we have the
Yes,
we have,
totally.
you know, like our hormones are imbalanced. We're getting a gut. Like our clothes are not fitting. All these things.
Hello.
You know, trying to balance the gut.
I know.
But also we're trying to clear our mind. We're trying to get
100%.
closer to God. We're trying to balance our spirituality, connect with ourselves, get better rest, and make it a lifestyle change.
Thank you.
Yes, I love
know,
that.
it was like-
Sometimes it really takes
Oh,
a
yeah.
big lifestyle change.
You don't realize that how much
Love
it
a
affects
good
us.
lifestyle.
Oh,
change.
absolutely.
I said the worst part of it is that I have too much energy now. Like I have a hard time
That's a
winding
good
down
thing.
at night.
This is
That's
why,
what I'm saying.
This is
That's
when you
the
call
worst
me
part.
and you say, "Let's brainstorm together."
Oh, I'm up.
Because
Are
I'm
you-
up. I don't sleep
I'm
very
up.
well. I'm all with my mind is
Yeah.
going a million miles a minute. As soon
Yeah,
as
yeah,
my
yeah.
head hits the pillow, I start thinking of business ideas.
Yeah.
Of what's
Yeah.
stuff with the
Totally.
kids.
Oh, you should see my
Oh,
notes.
so Nick hates
I
me.
can-
Do you
Oh.
get up and put them on your phone, or do you write them?
Oh no, my
What, your
ADHD
ideas?
prevents
Yeah.
me from. I have 18,000 notepads, planners,
Same.
calendars.
Oh my God,
But
my
the way my
whole dresser
ADHD
is
be
all
hitting,
notepads.
I'd be lucky if I even write it in my phone.
So
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll open my notepad to write something, and then I'll
Yeah.
go, ooh, I gotta get something out of the other room.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I go get it, and then I do 20 other things. I
Yep.
get back to that notepad, and then I'm like, let me write a poem.
You know what my
And then
favorite
20 minutes
thing
later,
is?
I'm like, I have a business idea.
I love writing poems. Like if it's late and I'm smoking,
Yes.
or if I did a mushroom.
Yes.
Like a mushroomy,
Oh my God, seriously.
and I'll be crying.
Or I did a mushroom. Okay.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
happened?
Sam, you want to talk about
I never
what
did
it
that.
is?
That was I was always afraid of. Well,
Yeah.
Finding
I loved
yourself.
ecstasy, but I was.
Hey,
Remember ecstasy?
That was a good time.
Oh my gosh.
We used to have parties at my friend's
my
house.
favorite.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Ecstasy was
it was amazing. I would
just like
never do
couch.
anything now that's like I
No.
wouldn't.
No,
I don't trust
no.
any of the drugs
But
around
but
these
they
days.
were saying back in that time that it was the safe, happy drug.
Yeah. It was a happy drug, all right.
It was a happy drug.
I never had a bad time with that.
I did. I had a severely bad trip once, to the point where I actually have a video of it.
Really?
My friend videotaped me. I said, "You got a video? I
happened?
want you to document everything that's going on right now." I was having full-blown hallucinations.
So ecstasy
That's so
is
scary.
from MDMA, right?
Okay.
So MDMA, that's Molly. That's the purest form of MDMA.
Yes, Molly. Okay.
And MDMA was created by psychiatrists and psychologists
tap
for
into.
therapy sessions. It would open your brain up. So a lot of people use this as a party drug. If you sat down on it, you would everything would surface.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking
That's
about
what
past life
happened to me.
trauma.
Crying,
Everything's
all
coming
these
up.
things popping up in front of my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Not good stuff.
Yeah.
No,
At
I
one
know.
point, I looked at my friend's face, and she was just talking to me, and I'm not even joking with you.
What happened?
Roaches, spiders, centipedes started coming out of her nose, her mouth, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I looked down at the floor. I had 3 friends in my house today. One girl was laying on the floor, and she had a head at her feet, and one where her head was, there was spiders coming out of the ceiling. I was having a dark
little more than
Hear me
hallucination.
out.
MDMA, I believe.
So
It
hear
was
me out.
like
Yes, it
something-
could have been
might have been
hallucination.
dipped in acid or
Yeah,
something.
But
Dipped in acid.
super spiritual. What
Yes.
if it
Oh.
was you're seeing different dimensions? The veil is thin. Now you're seeing things at the same
Well,
time.
I see lots of things.
Yeah, well,
so-
Scorpio rising over
Yeah.
here.
What do you
So
see?
I saw
Yeah.
a lot of things. I had clouds
see
come
dead
into my
people.
eyes.
You do?
And
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Again, okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't
wasn't
see-
saying it like that.
No. Oh, no. I thought
Yeah.
you were like a medium.
I see. I try not to be.
so that's how I am too.
Yeah,
me and
I
her,
try
me
not
and
to
her
be
are
a
literally
medium.
twins when it comes to this stuff.
I
try
see
not
orbs
to.
of light. I don't see walking dead people, but I could see their energetic space that they're in, if that makes sense.
So okay, so you can see them, and
Yeah.
I get messages. I don't physically
You're
hear their
clairaudient.
voice. They talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll write stuff down, and people are like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
They're like, "How did you know that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Something just came to my mind. I'll get a thought, and I'll be like,
Wow.
why do I keep
Yeah.
thinking of this?"
Yeah.
So one
someone
day,
was
I think
talking
you were
to
in
you?
the salon. Remember that day with the lady? She comes in. She's getting her hair done, and I'm doing a blow dry, and I kept getting a message to me saying, "Don't charge her. It's on us. Don't charge her. It's on us." And I was like, "What the hell?" So I looked over at her and go, "I don't mean to be weird." And I'm shampooing her. I was like, "Did you have anyone that was close to you that passed?" And she said, "My mother and my father." And I said, "I know this is gonna sound really strange." I said, "But I just kept getting a voice in my head that kept telling me to not charge you today, and that
yeah,
it's
I was
on
there.
us." And she started
Yes.
crying,
Yes.
and she sent me flowers a couple days
love
later,
that.
and was like, "Thank you so much. You don't know how much it means."
remember
And me and Kaylee were talking to her about this book. She sent
That's
us
beautiful.
beautiful flowers.
That.
Yeah,
I remember that. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah. So
So you never know.
no, you literally never know.
never know.
No, but me and her connected almost right away because I feel like we have a lot of similarities with that.
Instantly.
Yeah,
Instantly.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked one time. It was like, oh, you're my new favorite person.
yeah.
But even then, it took
Love
us
that. I
a
love
year
when that
to
happens.
really connect because
Yeah.
it was just in passing or she'd
It's
come into
hard.
a restaurant.
But that's the thing. Is
Yeah,
we're always
totally.
busy. And also
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
see
yeah,
different views of us. Okay? And that's the thing.
Business owner.
But no, I don't even think people look at me like that.
No.
I think people look at me as oh, she's crazy. She's fun. She's crazy. She's wild. She's
I
this,
look
she's
at you
that.
as busy business owner, badass mom. That's
Yeah.
But see, okay,
Yeah.
so you know me from kind of a business because I would go to I would go to the restaurant all the time. We'd hang
her
out.
salon
We
is
would
right
talk.
behind the restaurant I work at.
Yeah, so I'm close by. I like to
Got
be
you.
in a
Right.
convenient
Yeah,
location.
yeah.
But then it depends on where you meet me and what
Right.
the dynamic of our relationship is
Right.
for you to understand who I really am. And I don't think a lot of people know who I really am because they don't really take the time to actually dig and talk to me. But I have a lot of different parts of
Facets.
myself
Yep.
because I could be really fun and wild and
Right,
spontaneous and
right.
crazy. I could also be neurotic and I'd be nervous, a worrywart.
Right.
But then I could be super serious. And then I turn into business mode, and I am all about it depends on which mode. I'm
mode?
a panel of light switches, and it just depends on which one you're gonna flick on and off.
You got Gemini and you have a Jupiter and Gemini.
Yeah, and I'm split. I'm triple split.
Yeah.
I'm a triple
So
split definition.
wait, I have a question. We were talking about something, and I was going to say, is Mercury in retrograde? Because I feel like
April.
you would know something
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I guess our whole phone conversation, I was like,
Yeah.
why are we talking about all these electronics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we're in the age of Aquarius now. So Aquarius rules technology, electronics, and things like that. Pluto into
Right.
Aquarius. So it's a rebirth of the ages, so to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait, I had
Just
a
to
question.
literally skim the surface.
Yeah. No, I had a question about that, and now I can't remember what it was.
It'll drop back.
We'll drop that.
Jason?
Oh.
Hey, we're going to take on Jason for a minute because it's his birthday.
It is Jason's birthday.
Jason, come on over.
Oh, are we taking him on? Like,
yeah, we're
right
going to take
here?
him on. I'm going to sneak him
I
right
love
here.
sitting next to a nice, handsome young man.
And he's a Pisces.
Wait, how old is it? It's your birthday, right? It's his birthday?
Yeah.
How old did you turn? How old are you?
I turned 23.
Woo!
Jordan year.
You're so cute. You don't need that jacket. You look nice with that black. You look like Danny, what's his name, from Greece.
Yes. That was
Danny
yes.
from Greece.
Danny
No,
Zuko?
John Travolta.
No,
Danny
it's
Zuko?
giving. No, it's giving from Clueless.
It's
Christian.
giving. It's
Who am I giving? Who am I giving?
Oh my God.
Christian from Clueless.
Is
you have a
is
drink?
that
Do you want a
back?
drink?
Like I'm
Oh my God.
giving, you're
I'm gonna
giving, or
drink.
did that never go away?
No, it's
No,
not. It's not going away.
Or
No.
is it back?
What's
Did it-
going away?
The
Did it
whole
go away?
I'm giving.
It's
You're
giving.
giving.
Oh,
It's
this
giving.
is new because I just caught on to this and it's probably going
I want to say
out
for me, it's been like 6 months
where it's
That
been
it's giving.
that it's giving. For
Okay.
me, I'm old now.
Guess what?
What? Was it a thing?
It was giving.
It was giving.
Second.
28 years ago.
So,
it
wait,
was
so
giving.
it's coming
Giving
back
like
around?
It's giving.
No, okay.
Everything comes
Can
back.
I have to ask a
Now
serious
I'm getting
question.
To watch it. It's giving.
Yeah.
It's back.
Wait, are you talking about like the word it's giving?
the
the
word?
term.
Like, oh, why? What are you talking about?
No, I have a serious question because
let's get
I
serious.
was really good in English class and I never heard the sentence or the term, what even is that?
Ew, no.
And that's been like a
Kids.
thing for the
That's
past couple
lately.
years.
What even
and
is
I
that?
hear it and I'm just like, what are you saying? Because I'm confused. Like,
Yeah.
You
what
know
they're
what
like,
it
what?
is?
They're like,
You
what
don't
even
know
is
what's
that? I'm like,
timeless.
that's not
But
grammatically correct,
kid
right?
thing, right? No.
Oh, that's not grammatic.
Yeah.
Am I losing my mind?
But
No,
it's
it's not correct.
Now I'm getting confused
No.
because I can't with this new lingo that's going
It's
on,
a little
right? Did you
teeny-
ever
No,
hear
you're
that
right.
one?
What
You're
is
right.
it? What is
It's
that
not.
even?
What? No,
What
they
even
say
is that?
they go. What even is that?
My daughter has said that.
And I'm like,
It's
isn't
poor
it
grammar.
just what is that?
It's poor,
Poor
grammar.
grammar.
Or they're just adding in an actual
Slang.
word.
Slang.
Yeah,
You know,
kinda
modern
like
day
that-
slang.
What's
I
that
don't like
other
it.
word
Yeah.
that the kids are using these
I'm
days?
concerned
Finna?
for our language.
Finna.
So
What's
I
finna?
got finna from. I lived in
Some
Atlanta
what?
for a while,
But
and that's
what
a southern thing.
Yeah, but it was finna mean.
What?
Finna.
So
I'm
what?
finna to. Like I'm about to.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna.
I'm a gonna.
finna.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna start telling my clients I'm finna mix your color. I'll be like,
Mix this color.
What is it? I don't
Finna.
know.
So like
Finna?
finna. It's like a southern
Finna.
thing. It started in the south because
Finna?
I'm finna ride my horse
I'm
on
getting
yonder.
What does it mean? Like I'm getting
I'm
ready
about to.
I'm gonna.
fin to.
I'm fixing to.
I'm fixing to. That's
I'm
exactly
finna
what it
blow
is.
dry your hair right now.
I'm finna blow dry this out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
finna
I'm
take a
finna-
sip of my
I'm
margarita.
finna.
I'm
Shit.
finna.
I don't
It's a
know
thing.
if my daughter who's 13 knows that.
It's a thing.
Oh, if Anthony knows
I'm
it, she
finna.
knows it.
Anthony says it.
Anthony says a lot of things that he shouldn't
But
say.
Finna's old.
Yeah.
Finna. I was living in Atlanta.
Finna.
in
This is the first time I've heard it.
2016, and
This
it was
is why I
kind
like
of a
this
thing.
word.
Finna.
Yeah.
Finna.
I'm finna.
F-I-N-N-A?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
You know what is? But you know what else is new?
F-I-N-N-A.
Period.
Period is. It's not new, but it's not like something that was around for a while.
You know period, right?
Period.
Like period.
Period. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Period.
Period.
I say the only time you ever hear me say
Period.
period is when I'm doing talk to text and I'm mad. Period.
Period.
you should say
Period.
period.
Oh, I say period.
You should hear.
I do
Paul
talk to text like 90% of the
They'll
time.
be like,
And you
dot,
talk
dot,
and you say
Yeah,
period.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yup,
Like
yup.
dot, dot, dot,
I like the exclamation
point.
point.
Easier. I do talk to text all day long.
Okay.
So
I don't
do you want to know
talk
what's
to
funny?
text.
I go, hey Siri.
Do it
I
on
go,
my watch.
can you set a timer for 35 minutes? And my clients always go, okay. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my phone.
Is your name Siri?
Yeah.
What does she want?
She goes 35 minutes. 35 minutes
I be
counting
talking to my
down.
Siri.
Perfect.
I'll be like, Siri, you all up in it. I'm not even talking to you.
Siri finna
funny.
set this timer.
You all up in the
Siri
Kool-Aid and
finna
don't even know the
Set
flavor.
this timer.
You know you can set Siri to a male voice?
Yes.
You can do Australian.
I had a British Siri man because I don't like women telling me
never
what to
did
do.
it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna shout out Joe right now.
I don't.
My old man Joe.
Your old man Joe.
My old man.
Man, Joe.
I'm
Wait,
joking.
are you
It's a joke.
shouting
'Cause
him
She was
out?
like, "What's the old man?" It was a joke.
We all have we all have
I'm just gonna
nicknames that'll
say
make you remember.
his GPS in his car is Christina Aguilera's voice. So the first time we were in the car together,
you said that.
I go, you have Christina Aguilera as your
I had
your
Medea.
voice? Did you? Oh my
Medea's
God,
funny.
I love
I don't even know
Medea.
who that
You can go that far.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Tyler Perry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
There's
yes.
some
yes.
good-
If you
there's some
saw
good
her,
ones.
you would know
I
exactly.
know. Now I know. Oh.
Interesting.
One of the Peloton instructors, Cody Rigby, he can be your voice on map. What's it called? Waze.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
feel like
literally
Jason would
his
give
voice.
really good directions.
Turn left at the intersection.
No, because you know what? When Jason's like
have a nice
describing a product,
Oh.
let's describe a product.
Yes.
I
you
feel like
looking
he
for
could
curls?
sell. Give me a product. Grab something.
Grab any product.
Just grab any product.
Okay.
Don't let me know
Okay,
which one.
hand it to me.
This is a really
Okay,
interesting
all right,
one.
all right. I'm gonna hold it. Oh, do you
That's
know
an
it? Oh.
interesting one,
Okay,
right?
so we have Christoph Robin, and this is the scrub. I don't call it this. I call it the salt scrub, even though
Salt
it's
What do
scrub.
they call it?
they call it
Scrub
cleansing
Lamont.
purifying scrub with sea salts.
It's salt.
It's honestly, this is. I'm not even trying to promote this product right now.
It's good.
Non-spawn.
This is literally one of my favorite products.
Non-spawn.
Especially if you
Non-spawn.
have like,
Is that like a non-sponsor?
this is
Non-sponsored.
like a-
Yeah.
It's almost like a clarifying scrub.
Okay.
So
It's so
it's
good.
awesome, and
For
it makes
the
your hair.
face?
No, for your
For the
hair.
hair?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's like a thicker
salty. It's
consistency,
salty.
but once you mix it with a
It's
little
like
bit of
thick and
water,
salty.
Like you bitches. No.
Lucky bitches.
So bomb too.
But it really, it's like
Yeah,
a real
I need
No, it's
that.
really
it like
good.
suds up really
That'll
nicely.
definitely help get the Ayurveda smell out my hair.
Oh my god, from the
Right?
neem oil.
Oh, the-
Oh,
I
my
mean,
god.
the
you
Ayurvedic-
put the knee, the oil.
Neem
It's like a
oil
bunch
is
of
amazing,
different
but it's
Ayurvedic
like
herbs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And it just the smell wouldn't get
Wouldn't
out.
come out?
no.
It
What
made my
is
hair thick and dark and beautiful, but
So neem is actually, and it's actually really good for your hair, for your skin. It just smells like, to me, it smells like a dirty
It's an
armpit.
herb.
What is it's an herb?
it's an
Okay.
herb.
Okay.
Yes. It's an herb, and it has multi different uses. Like neem, I study
Does
herbalism.
smell.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so it
gotcha.
could be used as it's really great for plant pesticides. It's good for your teeth and antibacterial,
Describe
antiviral.
it.
It's good if you
Gotcha.
have yeast infection.
So-
It also will. It's also a natural. It's also
cranberry
a natural,
juice and
I think
and tea tree.
Cranberry's good for UTI. Cranberry's good for UTI.
But you have to be careful.
I know that's what didn't she say?
With
Oh, she
neem,
was talking
it's
about
a
yeast
pregnant
infection. Yeast infection. Different.
Neem is also used as like a natural contraceptive. If you have
Yeast
sex,
infection
it's,
and
Oh
and
my
UTI.
God.
it's
Now
used
this is making me
as a
uncomfortable.
natural contraceptive. It could be
What
like
is
a
used
natural,
as a natural contraceptive?
like if you don't want to use the Plan B.
Yeah. What do you
You
use?
put neem oil up there and it'll kill off the sperm.
Oh
It's a
my
spermicide.
god! It's
Yeah.
a
Learn something
natural
new.
killer.
Yes,
It's
natural
a
killer.
It's
Neem
like-
oil?
Spermicide. Neem oil. Are you
oil.
into? So are you into?
Oil.
You're into Ayurveda
I'm finna get me
then?
some
Yes.
neem oil.
Neem oil.
I made there was a mask I got, and
Yeah.
it was like 9 Ayurvedic herbs. And it's like it had henna in it, brahmi, amla. I had all these herbs that are really great for the hair. Make it
Where
lustrous.
is she?
Turmeric in it, like that's really good for
Yeah.
the hair. But it's stinky because neem smells.
It smells like a
They
dirty
all
armpit.
do.
Yeah.
Where does neem come from?
All right,
It's an herb.
time out.
Oh,
We
it's an
need
herb.
we need a new
mostly
subject.
Asian.
From the ground.
Subject. I
Okay,
could go
yeah.
on about Ayurveda. Yeah.
All right,
What's a
all
good
right.
subject?
Let's let Gabby lead
this back.
because this is her show.
Goodbye.
No, I don't even know. Shelby, give me a subject.
Shelby.
Well, you said
Come
you want
here.
to talk about balance and
Shelby's
I
here
do
done so
want to
long.
talk about balance.
Yes, please.
Oh, we
Like
can
how-
get
Balance is a
serious
good one.
because
Balance
balance
is
is no
deep.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about balance.
Your facial
She's
expression
like
just went,
bore.
balance isn't any fun.
How long do we have to
Yeah, how
shoot
long do we
this?
have?
I like this.
20 more minutes.
Oh
Okay,
my
20
God, it's
minutes.
over so soon.
Oh my god. It's fine. Okay.
Balance.
So,
Boom.
all right.
She said, let's talk about balance,
I do
how
wanna
we
talk about
balance
balance.
with
I wanna talk
finding
about
balance
balance.
in motherhood. I said, I don't
Yeah.
want to lie to the people because there's no such thing.
Well, no, there is. I have great balance. I'll tell you why I have good
I
balance.
haven't experienced that. Yes.
So
Let's
I
hear it.
personally feel like
Let's hear it for the
I
balance.
mean, all right. Shelby can say yes or no after I'm done speaking because she knows me very well. So,
She's
for
laughing.
instance,
She's
I have
smiling.
been a mom since I was 18 years old.
Amazing.
I have
Amazing.
no other life experience except for basically being a mother, but also a working mother.
Yes.
So I had to figure
And a
out ways,
mother.
and a single mom,
Right.
literally. But I've had to
Business owner,
figure
single
out
mom.
ways
Amazing.
to be able to have fun,
Yeah.
work, and make money, and also be there for the kids at the same time. So I think the reason that my balance is different than others is because I I had an early start.
Yeah.
And
You
I
had
was
such an early start.
And I was really driven to be able to do it all. Because everybody said, "Oh, she's a single mom.
You can't tell
she's
me no
a
shit.
She's a high school dropout.
Yeah.
She's not going to be anything." And I was like, "Oh God!" As soon as I got pregnant, I'm like, "All right." And I had already dropped out of high school at this point. I was like, "What? Sorry, am I?"
No, you're good. We're comfy. We're vibing.
cozy.
We're comfy.
I was like, "What am I going to do? I need to figure this out," because everybody was like, "She's going to be living on welfare in the state," and I was like, "Hell no, I'm not going to do that."
No.
So I was like, I talked to my family. I was going to go to the Art Institute in New York to do interior design.
Okay,
But
right,
the
right,
program
right.
was too long, and I was like, I want to make sure that I have an actual job before I have this baby.
She said, "Ain't nobody got time for that."
No, I said I need to know what I'm good. What am I good at that I can perfect in order to make an actual income for my family?
Yeah.
Because my ex,
So smart. Ugh.
my late ex,
My late
he
ex. Yes, your late
was
ex.
a lazy. I feel bad saying this. He was lazy as hell. So I looked around and I was like, I can't do this.
Wait. Okay, never mind.
So I went to hair school,
Yeah.
and it was the best thing ever. I hated actual high school because I didn't like to
I hate
I wasn't really book smart. I wasn't.
It was like a prison.
care.
I
Oh,
tested
yeah.
so high, and I just
Yes.
couldn't apply myself. But I would
That's
test
how
higher
I
than everyone
was.
else.
Me too.
I wasn't even supposed to graduate, but they're like, Lindsay,
I wasn't
we're not
testing
keeping you
high.
back. I was
Totally.
early
No,
admissions
it's
to
difficult.
college.
Yeah.
It's
You're like,
difficult.
please get the fuck out of my school.
I was like
No,
in
but
a
that's
very
right.
odd phase.
I got my GED and I got
amazing.
high honors on my GED test because I was like, but I went to schools
Wasn't
that
stimulating.
helped prep me to get to that level.
Yeah.
And then when I was in high school, I was like, oh, this is boring for me. I don't want to do
Yeah.
this. Left
Yeah.
high
You
school.
were-
I worked a lot, but I was
saw
also a
that
sidebar
party
that?
animal. Yeah.
You know what I hate? I hate that nowadays, even when I was in high school, they put this really bad emphasis on the vocational and technical schools and
Yeah.
the trade
They
schools,
did?
as if it's like that's where the bad kids go.
Oh, yeah,
Because
totally.
do you
You can't
know
be in
why
trouble.
though? Because they don't want.
And
They want to have
you study
control
electrician,
over
it's
us
If you do
versus
that
letting
now,
us do
yeah.
what.
If
I
you
went to a
do-
trade school and
Yeah.
look at me.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And I wanted
It
to.
sets you up to be independent.
Yes,
That's
I
what it
tried.
is.
Yeah, I tried to go to
Electricians,
Bullard Havens.
plumbers, HVAC,
Yeah,
They
all
wouldn't
of
let
those
me.
things,
so much money.
all those trades,
No.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went to what school? You
More
went to-
people should go to
West
trade
Chester?
schools.
Mhm.
In high
It should be
school.
more
I went to-
popular.
I think it's going to come back.
Stanford,
Well,
Okay.
I think it's
So
coming
I
back
tried
in
to
a
go to
different
Bullard
way.
Havens and
I
they
agree.
wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I
Because
tried to
college
go
is
to
so
union.
expensive
They
nowadays.
said,
I don't know
sorry.
what that is. Is that
Yeah.
like when you
I
go
can't.
to
I think the
like,
trade school is a better option.
It's like a
I think so.
Okay.
Because you
So
get
they
you're
have
getting a free
hairdressing program.
education.
Yeah.
He went to which
You
one
can
did you
make
go
money
to?
I went to
right away.
Emmett O'Brien
He
in
went to Emmett
Ansonia.
O'Brien.
Where's
So
the
the kind of
In
technical school
Ansonia,
I went
Connecticut?
to, it was about
Is that a
technology.
that's
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
the trade
wish I
school.
would have
Yes.
went to
I
it.
Yep.
see.
Trade
Okay.
technical
It was
school.
like it was like for the nerds. Like I went
No,
to school
I
with
get
the
it, but,
nerds.
but that's okay because you know what? You have now. This is part of what I think is so special
Ask me to
about
Photoshop something.
all of us
I
that
got
are
you.
here right
A
now,
what?
because we have different qualities. You know what I mean? But people could look at us and be like, "Oh, this one's crazy. Oh, that one's this one's that. Whatever." But we could be a little bit of everything,
Oh, yeah,
and there's nothing wrong
totally.
with that. Like I would never know that you were into all that stuff. She works at Sinclair. She
Yeah.
has other jobs on the
Right.
side.
Yeah.
She does
Who would
readings. She's so smart. But if you don't like actually get to
Know
know
me,
somebody,
get to
know you.
how would you know that?
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, no,
And
yeah,
like
I'm very assertive.
nobody knows any of that
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
I like, instead of people like wanting to talk to me because I'm so assertive and forward, it's like I'm written off as a bitch
Yeah.
or aggressive.
But you said the same thing about me the other day. You were
That's
like,
so
you know,
weird.
because this is the thing. People that don't know me well judge me so quickly off of things that they hear about me.
Really?
Listen,
And their own insecurity.
I have made a fool of myself at places, but I've also
Who hasn't?
But this is the thing. I am so many different people in one person's body that like
I think
it just depends on when you
States of-
see
I
me.
think we all
United
wear-
States
Of Jane? What was it? Of Jane?
of Jane.
What was that? It was a show.
Who? What?
I don't remember.
Oh, about
The girl with multiple
girl with multiple
personalities.
Oh,
personalities.
yeah, that's me.
But I think we all do. I think we all do, and it just depends when we show them.
But that's the thing
Yeah.
is that people
or
don't.
allow yourself to experience them.
If you
Totally.
think of me as
Yeah.
just this, you don't want to even hear me out to see how the other side of me is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But that's what makes me, and I feel like you too, like,
Also,
and you. I mean, she has a travel business. Would you know that from talking to her?
I had to
You know
talk
what
to
I
her to
mean?
know that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But if you just judge people off of
best.
like the first instinct, you don't get
You
to
don't
know them.
know.
You don't give them a chance. How do you
No.
know how deep?
No.
Like for
How
instance,
about what me and Shelby were talking about?
What were you guys
at
talking
lunch on Sunday? Like
part?
people think like I'm a bartender. Like, oh, you're 35, you're still bartending. I'm like, why wouldn't I? It's the best flexibility.
Absolutely, it's
I make
fun.
6 figures a year.
It's
like,
fun. She can
what's
do
wrong
whatever
with
the hell
it?
she wants.
I meet people.
Yes.
I network. I've created so many resources.
You made that choice.
Oh my
Because
God.
it's
But like,
great
it's
for you.
Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah.
And she said the same thing for hairdressers. Like people think, oh, you do hair. Like there's no way. I'm just like, what do you mean?
No, I know.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But then, not for nothing, somebody called me today, and I love her, but she was also being a little rude. She was telling me a story about something that happened. I mean, I could maybe say this or not. She might not be paying attention to this. But
To this.
she was like, I was at the salon, and then she called the girl. She was like, she's just a hairdresser. And like, no offense or anything. And I was like, oh. I didn't
my
say anything, but in my head I was like,
What?
just keep your cool. Keep
People
your
are
cool.
like that.
People have no idea
The
what
way
it's
they
like.
treat service workers.
Yes.
Like we're beneath everyone.
Like I'm
But
not paying $50 for a haircut. I'm like, do you understand that not only is the stylist not getting that full $50, but also you're factoring, you got to
Jason
factor
go?
in taxes.
Jason just left.
And
He just walked away.
expenses, all this stuff. Yeah,
Wait,
he did just
walked away. He casually like slipped out.
He did that real smooth.
Yeah, I didn't. All of a sudden, I'm like,
No,
where
but
did
like,
he go?
I don't know.
So
I just think people are rude, and I
That's
have respect
rude.
for
Do you know-
every single business and job in this whole freaking
You know
world.
what it's like to be in the
And
special-
teachers are
to be of
underpaid.
service? To be of service, you have to humble yourself. You have to ground yourself. You have to temper with different emotions, different people. So just that alone.
And think about when she's at the bar and psycho drunk people are coming in, stumbling, yelling at her, give me another drink, and she's
I'm
like,
the crazy
no.
bartender though. I'm the one that no one.
are you the fun bar?
Yeah.
Are you like
When people talk to me, they're like, no, not her.
But think
They're
about
like,
it.
not
People
her.
could probably. You have to be prepared to know
yeah.
how to handle every type
all
of
the
person.
like
Absolutely.
But
such
same
drunk
thing with
people
me.
too.
I
Like
mean,
that's
people
drag.
don't
If they're
realize
not
the type of
fun.
I get
psychopaths that we
lucky
have to deal with
I
all
have
day
a-
long.
I work in
Dealing
a
with
higher end
psychos.
restaurant, so I get lucky that we don't have a lot of those
You totally do.
drunkies.
I do. I have a lot of psychopaths. I have a lot of psychopaths.
There are Remember the time?
You
we
have. I said I have a lot of psychopath clients.
Yeah. Remember the time?
I
Oh,
was
well, that
gonna
wasn't
say.
a client, but there were police involved.
I don't
There's been a few times that I've had to call the cops.
what?
I've had to call the cops on a couple
Yeah.
people.
at the hair salon.
Yes.
Yes.
People get crazy.
We get crazy,
But I think
but
they
not.
do
It's not
it
as
as a-
bad
as
as
a-
like other places. I feel like because we're higher end and we're more restaurant. Like I get lucky.
Okay, so over here,
yeah,
one time.
Yeah.
On the other side of town, maybe 3 times.
Wait. Crazy
police officers.
clients?
Yeah, when I have to call the cops.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, even though it's only 15 minutes away,
Because they're
it's
irate
a
about a
totally.
treatment, a service, or entitlement. 'Cause
I
entitlement
feel
will
like
make
you
all the cops
get a
sometimes.
lot. It
goes
depends on
there.
where you are, where you get different types of clients.
Yeah.
So
Totally different.
wait, there was one time you weren't there, and I think I was popping in to get something, and I pulled up, and there was a big police car, like one of the SUVs.
Oh my God! Yes.
And I was like, "What?"
And I
is
was like,
going
of
on in
course
here?"
you're there, and I'm not. I wasn't there, so I don't remember what it was for.
I
but I think that was the day.
I think someone freaked out, but it wasn't.
Was
a
it in the
client.
morning? There's been so many incidents I can't keep up.
I think she came in and was.
in the hair salon.
There
she
was that other
drunk,
one though.
and she was sitting.
drunk.
She was at the front of the entrance, and they had to call the cops because she hit the
Yes.
freaking sign to
Yes.
come in. Okay,
That happens.
Shelby, do you want to be in for the next 5 minutes? The last 5 minutes,
Jason.
Jason, you disappeared.
He
Where did
just
Jess and Kaylee go?
went away.
They dipped. Well, they dipped because now it's done.
Too bad for them. They're gonna see this and think.
I should have
missed.
fucking stayed.
So I think the name for the podcast
I
is
should've-
Gabalot.
I have to say something. I want to say
Because
something
we
about
just
you.
touched on different things. I'm super ADHD, and if I didn't take my Adderall today, I would have been all over the fucking place.
Hold on.
I just
I
want
do.
to say
Sam wants to say something about me.
Gabby. I want to say something about Gabby.
Let's hear
So
it.
when I
I'm
met
scared,
Gabby,
actually.
no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all good.
Okay,
So
okay.
just we're talking about like the multifaceted how we are as humans.
Yeah,
and,
because
you know, whatever.
because we have so many. Me and you especially have different personalities. Not in a bad way. In a special way.
special way.
In a unique
Very
way.
special. So when I met you, you were at your old salon, a Black Rock Turnpike.
Yep.
And I was box dyeing my hair. I had black hair, but
Her
whatever.
hair was black.
My hair was
everyone.
black. Black.
Her hair was black when I
Box
first met
dye.
her.
Box dye.
Yeah.
It's giving
Black.
It's giving
Oh, it was
mystic.
giving something.
Pisces do that. Pisces
With the
Scorpio
blue
love
eyes and
dark
the black
hair, blue
hair.
eyes. Yeah.
It was giving. Anyway, okay. So
Pull up.
I walked in. I have a haircut with Gabby. She
You guys
had
waited too long.
blue hair. Blue hair.
She's
Gabby.
like perfect.
I'm listening.
Talk to me. Blue
Okay,
hair. You
sorry.
had blue hair.
I had blue hair
You had blue hair, and you were wearing a baseball cap
because it was short.
because it was short, and you said you had a bad haircut.
I had a bad haircut, and in the back of my head, when I put my hands up, it said FML carved in the back of my head.
What's FML? Oh, really?
I swear to God.
So I was like, okay, who's this woman? And then we started chatting, and
My life.
you're like, your life story came
She
out,
said
and I was like,
FML when she first met me because she's like, how is she doing my hair?
no,
right
well, I
now?
said,
Whenever
what's
Gabby
going on
tells
here?
the
But I was
story,
like,
I'm like,
I
that's
like her.
so Gabby.
And
And
you-
Gabby's so wood.
Yeah, I was like, I like her. Like, you told me a little bit about yourself and your sort of life story, and I was like, wow, yeah. Anyway, and now you're here.
And here I am.
2 salons, and we're all here
With
and
somewhat of my real hair.
with some.
No kidding.
Stop. It looks great.
Thanks.
Looks so good. The bangs
good.
look so
Looks
good.
healthy.
The angle.
Thank you.
Looks so good.
Well,
A 70s vibe. I think.
oh, that looks so good. Can
I
get
should
a
have. I
little
should have
of
gotten
that?
one.
No, that's a fry.
Are we done? Is it a wrap?
It's a wrap.
Is it a wrap? No.
All right, it's a wrap.